Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to the NBA streak that killed the franchise, NBA Street Home Court. Oh my God, here we go again. Here we go again. Oh my God, bruh. I'm so tired of people saying this about NBA Street Home Court. This is the biggest myth of all time. Y'all just be saying shit because one person says on the internet, then everybody says it. It's that follower herd mentality that y'all have. None of y'all can think for yourself or process for yourself. Y'all just say this game is ass because you watch somebody play it and then they say it's ass and then you be like, no, it's ass. If you actually played it for yourself, you would understand how good it is. Better than NFL Street 1 and 2. I said what the fuck I said. This shit better than NBA Street and NFL Street 2. I said what the fuck I said. NFL Street 2 overrated. Overrated game. Super overrated game. This shit right here 10 times better than that. Okay? I said what the fuck I said. Y'all learn if y'all watching my NFL Street series, commentary is about to eventually come up. So when the commentary eventually comes up, just know that I'm going to be stating my mind about that game. So yeah, you'll learn more about it in the future. But right now, fuck NFL Street. NBA Street is the greatest basketball franchise of all time. If you ever ask me what my favorite video game is, I will always tell you it's the NBA Street series. Fuck NBA Live, fuck NBA 2K, fuck any other NBA game, NBA Ballers, fuck them all. NBA Street is in my personal opinion, is the most flawless sports franchise I've ever played. I've had fun with every single game. Every single game I've had fun with, even home court. I am so tired of this propaganda towards home court. It's not true. Most of y'all never played the game. Y'all just watch people play it. That's why I don't listen to y'all opinions, because it's like, and then the people that play it, they just hop in and be like, this ain't NBA Street Volume 2. Duh, nigga, it's not called NBA Street Volume 2. It's NBA Street Home Court. It's on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. It's not supposed to be the same. But I digress though. You know, you gotta let the herd of bird brains do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Because the real ones know that game is not trash. But I digress. But anyway, so without further ado, let's get right into this.
If you don't know, then you should know by now that NBA Street is one of my favorite video games of all time. Specifically NBA Street Volume 2 and 3, but I love the series as a whole. But in this video, we're going to talk about NBA Street Home Court, a game that get a lot of mixed reviews and opinions. A lot of people don't like this game. Some people do like this game. Me personally, I like it. Some people make this game seem like it was absolute.
Finally, somebody with an unbiased point of view that doesn't just say the same thing that all the sheep say out here. I'm so tired of that shit. Finally, somebody with their own fucking brain plays the game, thinks for themselves, and actually likes something, instead of just hating on it just like everybody else is supposed. Because everybody else is supposed to hate this game. Because this is the last one and it wasn't as good as the other ones. That still doesn't make it bad. Maybe you don't like it, but don't say it's bad. I mean, come on, bro. But I digress though.
Absolutely trash, which is not. But in all fairness, I can't understand why this is people's least favorite NBA Street game. I ain't gonna be biased or show no favoritism. I can admit when something is wrong with the game, even if I like it. So in the year 2000, EA Sports decided to release a sub-label under their name called EA Sports Big, mainly centered around arcade-style over-the-top sports games like SSX, FIFA Street, NFL Street, NBA Street, And even the Def Jam series, I know Def Jam is not a street game, but it's still a staple in the EA Sports big franchise. These games was made with the intent to just have fun. When you got games like NBA 2K and NBA Live that are more focused on realism, these games broke away from that, basically letting you do anything you wanted to, whether if it was crazy dribble moves, dunking from the free throw line, bouncing the ball off your opponent's head, goaltending, blocking shots under the basket because there was no rules. And when you combine that with the game having excellent gameplay, being extremely fun, and having a cool ass aesthetic, on top of having goated soundtrack, it's bound that you're gonna be playing this game for hours and you're gonna get attached, especially if you're a kid. And that's something you don't see present day right now. A lot of games have lost that special connection that they had with the kids. Games like this is why I fell in love with video games in the first place. On top of being a big basketball fan and being intrigued by the gameplay, aesthetic, even little shit like menu, sound effects, and artwork. There's something about these older games that got so much soul in them that a lot of newer games is lacking today. In 2001, EA Sports Big decided to release the very first NBA Street game.
Yeah.
They was working with something. Sure, it might not be the best one in the series, but that's because the sequels are so much better. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. But I still really appreciate this game because it laid down the groundwork for the next two legendary NBA Streets. Now when NBA Street Volume 2 came out, that's when EA really shook the streets up. I'm not even gonna lie. This is the one in the series that most of y'all know and love. When I mention NBA Street, y'all probably think of this game. They literally took everything you liked about NBA Street Volume 1, built on top of it, and just made it even better. Amplifying gameplay by adding new moves, NBA legends, and just an overall better gaming experience. Many people would consider this the greatest basketball game of all time, and I wouldn't disagree with that. Now, NBA Street Volume 3, I believe this game is so slept on. This is my personal favorite out of the whole series. And this coming from a nigga who played all the NBA Street games, but I played Volume 2 and 3 equally. Grew up playing both games, so I can give you valid reasons to why I like 3 better. V3 had way more variety in the gameplay aspect. They had way more trick moves, more dunks that you could do. I like the
only thing I hated about this game was the steals, bro. The steals were just... If you ever played on like the hardest difficulty, you know that the steals in this game is like... I mean, as soon as you grab the ball, they swiping and you immediately just lose the ball. Like, I wish that the steal mechanic would have been worked on a little bit more, but I digress. That was the biggest thing for me in this game. I know that you could say the same thing about Volume 2, but Volume 2 was a little bit more lenient when you was doing. It's like as soon as they hit that steal button, they can just cancel out your whole move. You could be mid move, the ball just magically is stolen. That's the one thing I hated about Volume 3. That's why I never played on the hardest difficulty. I never played on the hardest difficulty. I just wanted to have fun. Hey, bro, I was one of them kids that just wanted to have fun with the game, bro. I wasn't like super serious trying to win all the time, trying to be the best at this shit. Like, bro, I played these games sometimes I would play some of these games on the easiest difficulty. I didn't care, bro. I was just trying to have fun with the game, not trying to take it seriously. I don't like that competitive aspect, bro. Like, me personally, when it comes to video games, it's never that serious to me. I don't have a competitive aspect about myself. I don't even play online games like that. I just like to have fun with the game. Let me experience it. Let me have fun with it. This one right here, that kind of irritated me. Other than that, though, it was pretty solid. I'll probably say this was the most immersive, the one they put the most, I will say Volume 3 was the most immersive one. And the only reason why I say it's the most immersive one is because the fact that you got to create your own court. When you create your character, you could do all type of stuff. They had all different types of ways to make your character look as cool as you wanted to make them look. You can make a kid. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. You know, dress your player up however you wanted to. It wasn't like preset outfits. Now you could do the top and bottom. separately, the accessories separately. You could put a headband on them if you wanted to. Yeah, this was probably the most immersive one out of all of them by far. But Volume 2 is still the GOAT.
Game breaker system too. The addition of being able to control the game breaker while being able to pass it off to your teammates, along with the galactic sound effects that played every time you did a trick, was so tough, bruh. And look what happens to the world when you get a game breaker. Everything turned a different color. It just look hella atmospheric and it got a dreamy feel to it. I like the roster on this game better too. They got notable players from the 2003 and 2004 draft class in here. This actually the first NBA game I ever played with the King Braun Brizzle. And the customization just wins me over. The customization on NBA Street V3 blows NBA Street Volume 2 out of the water. Being able to choose what clothes you wanted to wear individually as opposed to preset outfits was so much better. On top of the game being made in the early 2000s and embracing the hip hop and street ball culture, I can put on a do-rag, I can put on a chain, I can put tattoos on my player, I can put on some baggy shorts with a jersey and a shirt under. You can't do that in NBA Street Volume 2 because you can't with preset outfits. And why is it that the fat niggas got the hardest clothes, bruh? These niggas got the football jerseys, the jackets with the chains and shit. Meanwhile, my nigga don't got access to none of that shit. Don't get me wrong, like, some of my fits is raw, but some of these fits is ass. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. While the fat niggas got the tough shit. But on V3, I don't gotta worry about that. They even let you make your own shoe. They even let you create your own court, and that was my favorite feature about this game. And may I remind you that these are 6th generation PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox games with this amount of depth and detail into them. And you would think with them moving on to a newer generation on a more powerful console on better hardware that they would step their game up and it would be even better. But nope, on some James Harden shit, they took a big step back and just downgraded. The gameplay to this game is actually pretty solid, which I will get to in a second. But this game just lacks content, depth, and energy. There's not even a commentator on this game, bro. One of the main things that made NBA Street Volume 2 and 3 legendary was the commentator. He added so much more life and energy to the game. Speaking of life and energy, the color correction on this game is terrible. They slap these filters on the screen which look good on some cores, but on some it just don't look right. On top of the ugly vignette you got in the corners of the screen, it's just something I'm not really rocking with. And the colors look super washed out. Take a look at NBA Street Volume 2 and NBA Street Volume 3, especially NBA.
I will admit the filters. This EA was going through this weird phase where they was just like making filters. Like, I don't know what it was around like that 2006, 2007, 8 era of EA games. But every game had to have its like a filter to make it stand out, make the world stand out. It's like, no, get rid of that shit. That shit was terrible. I remember all the Need for Speed games. I think every Need for Speed game except for Need for Speed Carbon around this time had a filter on it. Like even Most Wanted had a filter on it. Shit just wasn't it, bruh. Most Wanted, I know Need for Speed Carbon, they didn't have one, but like I think what was the next one? Undercover? Yeah, that shit, that filter on that shit was terrible. Then there's even to a certain extent, I think a couple of the Madden games had a filter on them that just didn't work out. If I'm not mistaken. I could be tripping, but I think the Madden games even had a filter on them. I don't know what was going on with EA around this time. Not just EA, but the gaming industry overall between like 06 and 08. They just seem to like filters for some odd reason, and it ruined the aesthetic of the game. It's like, dog, get this filter up out of here.
Street Volume 2. Look how bright, vibrant, and colorful this game is. You can feel the life and energy in it. Everything about it just look amazing. Then you got home court. It just looks dull. On top of the filters too, there is a way you can kind of get around that though. That's by playing in inside gym. So it's a good thing these filters don't follow you everywhere you go. There's also no pre-game intros that can get you hyped up before the match. You literally just load straight in. Like I said earlier, coming off an NBA Street V3, that game had the most in-depth customization, and that's where it peaked. In NBA Street Home Court, they completely took all that away. Back to trash ass preset outfits, no shoot creator, you can't create your own court, which is pretty fucking stupid because the name of the game is NBA Street Home Court and you can't create your own court. You can't even create a team, my nigga. What kind of shit is that? One of my favorite things to do in NBA Street Volume 2 and 3 was to create a team of a bunch of cold non-all-star players, put them on different teams and have a nice little pickup game between them. It just adds more variety to the game instead of playing with the NBA stars or regular teams all the time. There's also no NBA legends or street legends on this game. It's a lot of things in this game that's missing that really takes away the charm. Like I said earlier, if you're one of those people who didn't like this game, I understand, but at the same time, I don't think this game is trash or horrible like y'all say. Because aside from the other stuff that's wrong with this game, the core gameplay is actually pretty fun and I enjoy it. Right behind NBA Street V3, Home Court might have my favorite mechanics. I love the way you can freely move around in any direction while you're dribbling. The game also uses L1 and R1 as modifiers that
That's why I say NBA Street Home Court is the best basketball game that ever came out on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 from EA. It's the best one. I know a lot of people gonna say NBA Live 10. NBA Live 10 don't got movement like this though. The player models, look at the player models. Look how they're built. They're built like the actual real life counterparts. They move realistically when they dribble. The animations, the physics, the everything about this game. You look at it and you go, how the fuck is this not in NBA Live? What are they doing that NBA Live is not doing that's not making the game look like this? This was the best basketball game they put out on the 7th generation. Hands down. EA best basketball game is NBA Street Home Court. No NBA Live compares to this. No NBA Live from that generation compares to this game. Which is why I said for the longest, if EA really wanted to make a good basketball game, they need to get the engine from this game, the player models from this game, rework it a little bit to make it a little bit more modern, get the player models up to date, you know what I'm saying? Voila, you got a fucking perfect basketball game. You have a perfect basketball game. But no, what does EA do? Let's make stiff ass PlayStation 2 animations that don't work out, that make the game looks terrible, and it ruins the game. And then your competition is over there. They making some of the best shit they putting out some of the best product they never put out. But I digress though. I just always wanted EA. I always wanted the best for EA. As much as I shit on the EA, I really shit on NBA Live mainly because of the EA fag boys. But I always wanted the best for EA. And I always made wish list videos. I always made videos saying how they can improve. But EA just never got it, bro. And I know EA was watching. I know EA was watching my channel. They're probably still watching my channel today. I know EA was watching my channel. And I know that they'll never make another basketball game, but I had high hopes for you niggas at one point in time.
you can hold down and switch up your moves and do different tricks. Then you got the base dribble moves like the crossover between the legs, behind the backs that you can do, and you can mix these up by holding down the modifiers. You also got full control over the pace you can dribble at depending on how fast you spam the square button. I like spamming this shit super fast while mixing up the moves because you dribble at crackhead speed and it just looks so cold in my opinion. I really like the double dunks too, but I will say with the addition of double dunks, it makes shooting threes absolutely pointless. Speaking of dunks, one of my favorite innovations in this game is being able to use your teammate as your own personal trampoline.
I would disagree with that. I think if you got the right player, shooting threes is amazing. If you got a player with a star next to their three-pointer like Kobe or Diana Taurasi, Ray Allen, Carmelo, if you had any of those players that had a star next to their shooting, oh, you was automatic. But the only problem is goaltending is allowed. So that was the only thing. So you kind of did have to dunk, but at the same time, like, if you had the right players, bro, you could shoot that bitch from half court and it was automatic every time on some Steph Curry shit.
Throughout the game, your teammates will kneel down to the floor, and that's a sign that you can use them for a self alley-oop. And I really like this mechanic, because in the other NBA Street games, if you play with somebody that had a low dunk rating or that couldn't dunk at all, then that was just it. But on NBA Street Home Court, I can dunk with Steve Nash, Tony Parker, it don't matter. Unlike the other NBA Street games, if your opponent got a game breaker, you are pretty much forced to sit there and just watch it happen. But on this game, you got full control on offense and defense. You also build up points on the meter by doing trick moves. And if you steal the ball from the opponent, you take control of the game breaker. And I really like this. I wish they would have had this in previous games. While the first NBA Street games are more focused on worldwide famous courts, this game captures more local courts. I mean, the game name is NBA Street Home Court, and these is courts that NBA players grew up playing at. In unpopular opinion, I low-key like this better because there's something about the environments of the courts on this game that really resonate with me. It feel like I know these areas and it feel like I've been here before. Especially being from the Midwest, I see courts like this all the time walking down the street or walking through certain neighborhoods. Like, look at this court right here, bro. The environment looks amazing. Look at the nice houses in the background. This aesthetic is tough right here. Now, even though I have fun playing this game and I really like the mechanics, in no way, shape, or form is the gameplay perfect. Cause when I tell y'all the steals and blocks is fucking ridiculous, believe me, if you played this game, you know what I'm talking about. Remember I said earlier that shooting jump shots on this game was borderline pointless because of the addition of double dunks. But that ain't the main reason. It's because the blocking on this game is fucking absurd, and what makes it even worse is that everybody can block shots, including small guards like Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, Tony Parker, Rafer Alston. It don't matter. I'ma give y'all niggas a quick little story time real quick. Take it back to 2010 when I was a little nigga. I'm at a friend house and I'm going through his Xbox 360 games, and I see that he got this game and I want to play it because I want to see what's to it. He like, alright, bet. He pop it in, we get the plan. I pick the Lakers, he picked the Rockets, and we at Venice Beach. Mind you, this is my first time playing this game. I don't know how to do no trick moves. I don't know how to dunk. All I know how to do is shoot. When I tell y'all this nigga just sat under the rim and blocked my shots the whole game, I didn't even want to play no more. Now, goaltending has always been a thing in NBA Street, but it's even worse on this game because everybody can jump 30 feet in the air to block a shot. And they got the nerve to give you hella shots only challenges in the story mode, but you can't just spam hella pump fakes to get around this. Overall though, I still really enjoy playing this game. If you were to take away the ugly filters, add a commentator, and have some in-depth customization, this could have been a real great game, bro. Many NBA Street fans say that this is the game that killed the franchise, and as much as I hate to admit, I agree. But it didn't kill the franchise because it was trash. It killed the franchise because of how much soul and energy the game lacked. If you were to look at this game at surface level, you would have thought EA just dropped this shit for a quick money grab, and they was just piggybacking off the success of the last NBA Street games. But deep down, I see a game with a lot of potential that could have been real good. People often blame the downfall of these street games on the shift in gaming, with FPS is on the rise and games moving more towards realism. But at the same time, I think it's just a reflection of EA releasing mediocre products. Cause if you dropping mediocre half-ass games, yeah, expect people to lose interest and your franchise gonna crumble. But I will say this though, out of all the EA Sports big and street ball games that we played like NBA Street, NFL Street, Def Jam, and NBA Ballers, when they decided to release the final games on the 7th generation, NBA Street Home Court was the only good game out of that whole bunch. But that pretty much concludes this video, man. It's been your boy Mags and Clips. If you enjoyed this, make sure you drop a like. Hit that sub button if you're new to the channel as well, bro. I'm out. I'm gonna catch y'all boys on the next video.
I completely agree with that, except the part. It was really because, like I keep telling y'all, bro, when it comes to EA, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. This shit wasn't selling, bro. I hate to be the one to break it to y'all. But once again, just like Def Jam, this is a cult classic. I have to remind y'all, a lot of these games, we didn't have the internet like we do now. So a lot of these games that came out, like NBA Street, was a word of mouth game. It wasn't like in the hood. Yes, this game went platinum, diamond. But out in the suburbs, they not playing this. They playing NBA Live or 2K or Shootout or any of the other games. They're not playing these games. These games don't make it to the suburbs. These were meant for a certain demographic, bro. We played these games. Yes, the hood played these games. The suburbs, not so much. These games didn't sell a lot. these games didn't do the numbers that an NBA Live would have did back in the 2000s. See, NBA Live back in the 2000s, like NBA Live 05, 04, those games did like, them games did around like 7 to 9 million. 7 to 9 million. NBA Street barely cracked. None of them. I don't think none of them ever cracked 2 million. Like they hit 1 million, but they didn't hit like the number that they should have been hitting. Like maybe if they hit 2 million, 3 million, who knows? Maybe we would have saw a home court. We would have saw NBA Street Volume 5 or NBA Street Volume 6 if they were selling like 2 to 3 million. But no, these games only sold like 1 million. These, like, I think the highest one was, I want to say, NBA Street Volume 2. That one sold, I want to say, close to 2 million, but it never like got to that 2 million mark. I think it sold like 1.8 million. And then the next one, V3, that one sold, I want to say that one sold about 1.234. It was like in the lower mids. And then Home Court, shit, that one didn't even sell 1 million. That one sold like 800,000, I believe. 800,000, I believe. So yeah, hey, say what you want, man, but it's really EA, bro. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense to them. And like he said in the video, it's really them. If you gonna put out a mediocre product, which I don't think Home Court was a mediocre product, I just think it needed a little bit. It just needed a little more. It just needed a little bit more on his plate. You know what I'm saying? The food that they was putting out on the plate, I mean, it was good, but it's like, can I get a little more on my plate here, man? It's just you giving me like 1 or 2 items. Like, can I get some pea? Can I get some corn? Can I get some macaroni and cheese? You just giving me spaghetti and chicken. Like, can I get some macaroni? Can I get some corn? Can I get some mashed potatoes with some gravy? You know what I'm saying? Give me a little bit more variety. You feel me? Let me have a salad on the side. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Now, get what I'm saying, though. But anyways, though, that's just going to about do it for this one, man. Most definitely, man. NBA Street Home Court is not a terrible game. Most of y'all never played it. And you go by what people say on the internet instead of playing it for yourself, you will realize that, hey, this shit better than any of the other NBA Lives that was out there. I'm telling you, bro, play an NBA Live game, look at it and say, damn, why? And then play this game and say, and you'll realize, like, damn, why don't the NBA Live games, why none of the NBA Live games ever looked or played like this? This is fluid as fuck. But I digress, though. But anyways, though, that's just going to about do it for this one. I'll see you on the next one. Till then, deuces.